What's happening, y'all? Sunday Swing Trades up. Just like every week, man, I'm about to show y'all my swing trade plays from last week. We're going to review the plays from last week. I'm going to go over the overall market, and then I'm going to give y'all some new plays for this week, right? So last week I made a couple calls, and I actually did one of them. So let's pull it up. Let's see what I was talking about last week. Let's see what I was talking about last week. So it looks like last week looked like Carvana was one of them. So we got Carvana last week. And that was one I wasn't 100% solid on, but we're gonna take a look at it and see. Let's catch a look where that was. All right, cool. So I wasn't 100% sold on Carvana. Let's see the next option. We had Carvana, Home Depot. So I call Carvana, Home Depot. Let's see what else. What else I was talking about last week. Uh, Carvana, Home Depot. Let's see what else we had on here. Yeah, that's still Home Depot. Home Depot looked like it was doing a bull flag. Still on Home Depot. We got Carvana, Home Depot, Amazon. Amazon went last week, but I didn't swing trade Amazon. I did Google. So it was Carvana, Home Depot, and Google. All right, so let's pull up the chart. Let's see what they did last week. Carvana. Make sure y'all can see the screen. Let's pull up the chart. Let's see what Carvana did. Last week was a four-day week because of Thanksgiving. So 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually Carvana would have been Carvana wasn't a good swing. Maybe if you held for just one day, but Carvana was canceled. Not a good swing for Carvana. Let's look at Home Depot. The Carvana, Home Depot, Amazon, and Google. Okay, Home Depot went. So if y'all can see, let me go back to the chart. So if y'all can see, when I called Home Depot, we move these lines out the way. When I called Home Depot last Sunday, which was 4 trading days ago, we were right at this spot right here. Just confirming the bull flag. This was 4 trading days ago. So you could have held all week and been up. So Carvana wasn't a hit, but Home Depot was. And Carvana, to be real, was like the weakest link out of all of them. So we're gonna look at Amazon next. Amazon, I think, was my favorite one of the week. Not on Swing Trade Sunday, but the favorite one that I actually the one that performed the best. So let's go back to Swing Trade Sunday and let's see where I called Amazon at. Or let me just pull up the chart. We know it was the last 4 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looked like I called Amazon right here. and we up the next four days. So you could have held Amazon all week. And that would have been a good one. I called Google. Dang, I got Google all marked up. I called Google, and Google was the one that I did swing trade. It didn't do as well as Amazon did, but I felt like Google had the best setup last week, so that's what I stuck with. So Google, I literally did a trade on Monday and held till Tuesday morning. So I called Google right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Pull the chart back up. So I called Google, and if you look, this is on a daily time frame. So each candle is a day. I called Google down here. We had this day, and then gapped up a little bit, but I got out around here. If I would have held longer, I could have got more profit. But Google was the best setup last week, so that was the one I did a swing trade on, and it looks like every setup I did last week actually hit, except for Carvana. And Carvana, I was kind of speculative about that. You know what I'm saying? So let's start this off right, man. Let's see the fear and greed index. Right? So the fear and greed index, when others are greedy, you want to be fearful. And when others are fearful, you want to be greedy. But you also want to follow the trend, right? So we're not in extreme greed. The market has been going up. If you look 1 month ago, the greed was only at 57. 1 week ago, 60. Previous close, 65. So we're going in an upward trend, and the trend is your friend. So people are becoming more greedy, which means the market is going in the upward direction, right? So now we're gonna pull up VTI and see what the total stock market is looking like. Make sure y'all can see this. So we're gonna look at the total stock market, and then we're gonna go into my favorite swing trade plays for this coming week. So the total stock market is trending upwards. I got my trend lines on there. Y'all see, I'm waiting for pullback. I'm waiting for some pullback. So I got a trend line on there, but we are in an uptrend. On top of that, it looked like, let me go back to the chart. On top of that, over in this area right here, it looks like that the total stock market is forming a bull flag. Right over here where you see the smiley face, it looked like we're forming a bull flag. So let me go ahead and pull up a bull flag. And remember, when you're looking at patterns, they're not always going to be perfect every time. Sometimes a bull flag formation is gonna look different. But ideally, it's supposed to have a certain structure. So let me pull up the bull flag so you can see that VTI on the day time frame, the total stock market looks like it is doing a bull flag, right? So a bull flag, you got the flag pole, a form of consolidation, and then the stock market or the stock, whatever is forming the bull flag pattern, goes up in an upward direction. You know what I'm saying? After breaking the top of the flagpole. So it has to break the top of the flag pattern in order to be considered a bull flag, because you got a double bottom. You see these W's inside of the bull flag? You have a double bottom in the bull flag. So if the bull flag reaches the top of the flagpole and start to come down, like you see here, another pattern is the double top. So with a bull flag, you do want to wait for confirmation. You want to wait for it to actually break the top of that consolidated area, else it can fake you out and go back towards the downside. So if we go back to total stock market index on a daily time frame, you can see that is looking bull flaggish. But also looking at all of the indicators are pointing that the stock market will go up. It's trending in an upward direction. So it looks like it's only going to continue to go up. So now I'm gonna go with some of my plays, and some of these are actually some of the same stocks from last week actually. Um, so we gonna look at AMD, right? Let me make sure y'all can see the chart. Okay, cool. So we gonna look at AMD, and I'm gonna walk y'all through why I like AMD for next week. All right, so on AMD on a daily time frame, we got 3 touches of this trend line, right? And we a day late on we a day late on that touch of the trend line, but not too much motion, not too much going in the other direction. But on top of that, we got a hammer candle touching that trend line. So it's the third touch of the trend line. We got the hammer candle touching that trend line, right? So let me pull up the hammer candle. A hammer candle is a reversal candlestick. Usually perfect. Example right here. Let me make sure y'all can see this. So let me pull up the hammer candle just in case y'all never, you know what I'm saying, got this explanation from me on Swing Trade Sunday. But the hammer candle is a bullish reversal candle that appears at the end of a downtrend. Small body at the top, long wick below. So the candlestick represents that the stock went down a lot during that day period, but the buyers forced it back up. So that's kind of what the hammer stick candle represents. It's a change in sentiment, it's a change in the direction of the stock price, right? So that's the hammer stick candle. That's what that looks like. And if we go back to the chart on AMD, not Friday, but I guess Wednesday, because Thursday was Thanksgiving. On Thursday or Wednesday, we got the hammer candle coming down to that level, to that third touch of the trend line, right? So we got the hammer candle at the end of a downtrend on the daily time frame, touching that third level of support, right? But then also look at the indicators, right? So all of these indicators are confirming that we are, let me go back to the chart. All of the indicators are confirming we are in a bullish uptrend, right? So the stochastic oscillator, this one that I'm making larger and smaller right here, the blue line is now crossing above the orange line, which shows bullish signal, right? So let me go back here. If we go back here, you see when that blue line crossed that orange line, this is when the stock started to go up. You see 4 days in a row of green candles after this line then crossed the blue line over here, right? So that's what that means when the stochastic oscillator crosses over, right? And it's the same thing for the RSI. When the RSI, when the purple line crosses above the yellow line, it's a change in direction. Now, the MACD, I got two forms of MACD, the normal smooth MACD and the regular MACD. When it's very easy to understand this indicator. When it's red, that means it's going down. When it's green, it's going up. And both of these indicators are showing that there is an uptrend. You see the blocks down here were red, now they turn to green. As you can see here, the blocks are green and the stock is going up. So both of these are green. All of the indicators confirm we got a hammer at the bottom of a downtrend and a third touch of a trend line, right? Now, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, all of the indicators are confirming the same thing. All of the indicators are confirming the same thing. If we go to the hourly time frame, I even see a pattern on the hourly time frame. So on the hourly time frame, we got a cup and handle, which also appears to be a bull flag. And also on the hourly time frame, um, all of the indicators look like it's going in the uptrend. So let me show you all the cup and handle so y'all can see. All right, let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. So take a look all the way to the right at that pattern right there. And we're going to look at the cup and handle. So this is a cup and handle. The cup and handle is another bullish candlestick pattern. Is where the candlestick it'll have like a cup shape with a little handle, and then once it reaches a level of support, it bounces off and goes in the upward direction, right? So it's really important. Y'all gotta learn these patterns, learn each candlestick, so that way after a while you'll be able to just spot them. You won't have to look at charts all day long. You can just spot them and be like, okay, that's a cup and handle. That's a double top. That's a double bottom. That's a hammer. That's a bullish engulfing. You know what I'm saying? So it's even cup and handle a little bit. So I'm liking AMD on this. I'm liking AMD for a swing trade for next week. Um, in regards to an entry, a perfect entry will probably be now, but I will wait until AMD, at least if you want like confirmation, I will probably wait for AMD to cross the 9 EMA, right? So right above the 9 EMA, we got a nice level of resistance right here. And this is why I consider this resistance. If you look at this green candle right here, it went up to that point, it came back down. This green candle right here, it came down to that point and went back up. You know what I'm saying? So this little area looks like down here, this green candle went all the way up to it and bounced back down. So that's looking like a nice area of resistance. So a perfect entry in AMD, if you wanted to do a swing trade, would probably be at a $39 even. That way you give it a chance to either even retest the 9 EMA and go back up. Because of course, even if the direction is going up, the stock market don't go in no straight line. So you got to prepare for it to bounce down and touch the 9 EMA for a retest and then go back up. But I like AMD. And usually if you like AMD, I'm gonna go to the next one. Usually if you like AMD, you're also gonna like NVIDIA, right? So NVIDIA is also resembling AMD. We got the hammer candle or doji candle down here at the bottom of a downtrend, and now it looks like the trend is reversing, right? You got the stochastic, the blue line across above the orange, the MACD and the normal smooth MACD both look like they're in position to do the same still as well. Of course, they don't move as fast as the stochastic does, but it looks like they're trending in the upward direction. And of course, it's trending upwards. The stock is making higher lows. As you can see, it keeps making higher lows. So that's the flow of NVIDIA. As you can see on a downtrend, it makes lower lows. You know what I'm saying? We got a low here, we got a low here, we got a low here, we got a low here. On an uptrend, it makes higher lows. The trend is your friend, and the moving averages are all pointing in the upward direction. So, NVIDIA, and really, I guess Wednesday, because Thursday was Thanksgiving. So, Wednesday would have been the perfect time to enter this trade because of this doji right here. But I do feel like NVIDIA is still going to go up. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, that all of the indicators look even closer to confirming Then we go to the 1 hour time frame, and all of the indicators are already green. On top of that, we got a bull flag, maybe a cup and handle, but also a bull flag on the 4 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour. So if you wanted to trade on the 1 hour time frame, a perfect entry for the bull flag would probably be right here, where all of these three candles right next to each other hit a resistance. And also we got a previous support over here on that candle. So this is a historical point of support and resistance. You look and you go back, a lot of candles either touch it and come back down, or touch it and bounce off of it and go back up. So that's a key level that we at right now. So I wouldn't enter Nvidia on a swing until it breaks 139.19. And then I would probably consider Nvidia a good swing trade, right? So we got AMD, Nvidia, AMD, Nvidia, and I'm gonna give y'all one more before I get out of here. I had some other like case studies as far as like possibilities, but I gotta use the bathroom, so I gotta get up out of here soon. But so with Amazon, we go to the 1 hour time frame, and on the 1 hour time frame, we got a double bottom, right? So let me pull up the double bottom pattern so y'all can see that. And the double bottom is basically a W. Not a confirmed double bottom until it breaks that midline, that neckline of the W, right? And make sure I'm sharing my screen so I can go to Google and y'all can see the double bottom. So that's a double bottom. Wait for confirmation for it to break that neckline. Once it break that neckline, then it's a confirmed double bottom. So at Amazon, we already broke that neckline, which I'm gonna go ahead and draw it right here. Let me make sure we looking at the same thing. Hold on. All right, so we already on Amazon, we already broke the neckline right here, confirming a double bottom, right? So that's on the hourly time frame. Let's look at the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we got a bull flag. We got a bull flag. Both of our MACDs are green. The blue line on the stochastic is on top of the orange. And all of the moving averages, except for the 20, are all facing upwards. We're in an upward trend. So with a bull flag, it's not a confirmed bull flag. Let me move that. It's not a confirmed bull flag until we break this part right here, because a bull flag can also turn into a double top. So you want it to break to confirm for confirmation. Always wait for confirmation on your trade, right? So on the hour, we got the double bottom. On the 4 hour, we got the bull flag, right? So now we're gonna go to the daily and make sure y'all following me on this. So now we on the daily time frame. And of course, the indicators on the daily time frame is going to be a little prolonged, but as you can see, both of the MACDs are about to cross soon, and also on the RSI, those lines are about to cross. We got a mini bull flag also. You know what I'm saying? It's not a perfect visual as like on the 4 hour or 1 hour, but also we hit a nice resistance off of the off of the 20 EMA, right? So if you see this wick, This wick came down showing that the price is respecting the 20-day exponential moving average, right? You see that candle came down to that blue line and popped back up. It's showing resistance, right? And you buy, it's showing resistance, it's showing support, right? That blue line, the 20 EMA is supporting price, is holding price up. So once it came down, that 20 EMA pushed it back up. You buy calls at support and puts at resistance. So that 20 EMA is showing a support, making the stock go back up. So off of that one candle on the daily time frame, that's giving me good confirmation. Then also on the multiple, also on other time frames, and indicators and support and resistance, I'm getting a good feel about Amazon. I think Amazon was the best swing trade setup I could find for this week. But we look like we got a nice bull flag on the 4 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, we got the double bottom. And on the daily, we got this wick coming down, touching a level of support. The indicators soon to confirm the move up. Amazon, think about it too. Amazon, we just finished Prime Day or Prime Week or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Amazon looks like another good swing trade setup. If you still holding on to Amazon from the swing trade from last week, then you probably gonna be up. But I seen some other ones that had some, just like last week, some case studies or some weaker plays or whatever, just for educational purposes, something to look at and test them out or whatever. But those were the more solid ones. Those were the ones that I really liked, which was what AMD, Nvidia, and Amazon. Y'all check me out next week, man. As you can see, every time I post the week before results, in most cases, I got good plays for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like and subscribe, get this easy money, man. And I'll see y'all next Sunday.